Unlawful sexual relations. The Lord said to Moses, "Speak to the Israelites and say to them, I am the Lord your God. You must not do as they do in Egypt, where you used to live, and you must not do as they do in the land of Canaan, where I am bringing you. Do not follow their practices. You must obey my laws and be careful to follow my decrees. I am the Lord your God. Keep my decrees and laws, for the man who obeys them will live by them. I am the Lord. No one is to approach any close relative to have sexual relations. I am the Lord. Do not dishonor your father by having sexual relations with your mother. She is your mother. Do not have relations with her. Do not have sexual relations with your father's wife. That would dishonor your father. Do not have sexual relations with your sister, either your father's daughter or your mother's daughter, whether she was born in the same home or elsewhere. Do not have sexual relations with your son's daughter or your daughter's daughter. That would dishonor you. Do not have sexual relations with the daughter of your father's wife born to your father. She is your sister. Do not have sexual relations with your father's sister. She is your father's close relative. Do not have sexual relations with your mother's sister because she is your mother's close relative. Do not dishonor your father's brother by approaching his wife to have sexual relations. She is your aunt. Do not have sexual relations with your daughter-in-law. She is your son's wife. Do not have relations with her. Do not have sexual relations with your brother's wife. That would dishonor your brother. Do not have sexual relations with both a woman and her daughter. Do not have sexual relations with either her son's daughter or her daughter's daughter. They are her close relatives. That is wickedness. Do not take your wife's sister as a rival wife and have sexual relations with her while your wife is living. Do not approach a woman to have sexual relations during the uncleanness of her monthly period. Do not have sexual relations with your neighbor's wife and defile yourself with her. Do not give any of your children to be sacrificed to Molech, for you must not profane the name of your God. I am the Lord. Do not lie with a man as one lies with a woman. That is detestable. Detestable. Do not have sexual relations with an animal and defile yourself with it. A woman must not present herself to an animal to have sexual relations with it. That is a perversion. Do not defile yourselves in any of these ways, because this is how the nations that I am going to drive out before you became defiled. Even the land was defiled, so I punished it for its sin, and the land vomited out its inhabitants. But you must keep my decrees and my laws. The native born and the aliens living among you must not do any of these detestable things, for all these things were done by the people who lived in the land before you, and the land became defiled. And if you defile the land, it will vomit you out, as it vomited out the nations that were before you. Everyone who does any of these detestable things, such persons must be cut off from their people. Keep my requirements and do not follow any of the detestable customs that were practiced before you came, and do not defile yourselves with them. I am the Lord your God. So this is a lot. This is heavy. This is in depth. And I know I talked about this in previous Bible studies that if the word is making you uncomfortable or you're not understanding, it's because of understanding. It's going to make, the word is going to make you uncomfortable, and that is okay. It is okay because you need to continue to seek wisdom, and that wisdom will help. That's wisdom is from the Lord. That wisdom is Jesus, and that will set you free. That will totally give rid of that portion of you that says, whoa, this information is too much, or this information is harsh, or this information, this is where this comes from. Because remember, where your ideas and things come from are there's several things. For instance, some of your thoughts are from man. For instance, what things that you've learned in culture and education. The next thing is some things are unholy. You get ideas and thoughts processed from unholiness, and it's not. I'm not saying you're unholy. I'm saying from unholy holiness, as in potentially demons or demonic things that are or bad angels, because unfortunately, or the devil, the devil himself, because he's out there and he is wanting you to feel this way. Okay, he's wanting you to not understand. That is one of the things. The devil knows the Lord's word, and so he doesn't want you to understand it, because he knows that it's true and it's factual. He knows that it is the end. It's the beginning, middle, and end to all. And so breaking this down piece by piece, we can definitely do that. This is where we're actually seeing what moral standards were put. Remember, this is back in the law. This is back in the Old Testament. This is for the Israelites to live with God, for God to be among the people, for there to be no sin. So, and we know, obviously, throughout history, over and over and over again, that the Israelites, Hebrews, could not do this. And that's why he sent his son, Jesus. Okay. So what we're looking at is also information for today. Even today, it's standard throughout many cultures for not to intermarry within a single family, such as it's taboo. You don't see a brother marrying his mother, or a son marrying his mother, or a daughter marrying her father. You don't see a lot of that. And that a lot of the directions came from what we're reading today. So also, this was another way to make Israel populate and spread out throughout the earth, because if people were huddling together in one area, then it wouldn't necessarily be a spreading of the population. Another thing that you can think about is scientifically, when it comes to DNA, there are some people that say, and some people that believe, if you intermarry, especially within a family, over and over again, you'll start having defects. Now, whether that's 100% factual, I'm not sure, because I'm not a scientist. I'm just giving you ideas to think about and things to think about. And also what's provided in the word, what information that we can read from the Holy Word, the actual truth. And so that's giving you ideas and things to think about if you haven't already. Definitely continue to read and seek God's wisdom and pray whenever possible, whenever you can, whenever things like this comes up, so that way you can obtain more understanding with these decrees, with these laws, with what's going on, especially in the Old Testament, and how it relates even up to through today. And even future, because even things written in the Old Testament, all the way back, the origination stuff, even all the way down from Moses, it's God's word. So it goes from the past, present, and the future. So look forward to it in the future as well.